And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, regardless of where you are. I hope today is a fabulous day. For me, today is Saturday, April 26, 2025. For you, it might be Friday, April 25th, 2025. But regardless of what day it is, wherever you are, what matters most is that we are here and we are together. Now, this is my last afternoon here in Fiji. This is the last day in Fiji. I have to head to the airport in about, what do I gotta leave? I gotta leave in about 7 hours. I've got about 7 hours left before I have to go down to the airport, turn in my rental car. I gotta go down with all my bags, all my stuff, and I have to say goodbye to this wonderful and beautiful country where I don't know, I've done a lot of traveling. I have done a large amount of traveling. And I don't know that I have been to a place where the people have been nicer. And I think it's a genuine niceness too. It's not this like, I want something from you, so I'm gonna pretend to be your best friend niceness. That does exist here. It's mostly with the guys who work in like the craft stores, you know, the places where they try to convince you that, oh no, this is a 100% handcrafted Fijian art that is mass manufactured over in China. No, that does exist. But I think a lot of the niceness here in Fiji is absolutely genuine. The people are amazing. I love the people here. And it's funny, I was down in Nandi Town yesterday, and I remember the first day I got here. Well, not the first day I got here, but the first day I went down to Nandi Town, and I was actually quite nervous. I was just, you go to a new place that's obviously a less developed place, we'll put it that way. You go to a place and then you stand out, and there's a dynamic where you're a little, where you're viewed, regardless of whether or not it's true, where you're viewed as somebody who has money, and you're at a place where there isn't a lot of money. You worry, if you don't know the place and you've never been there, your thoughts you're going to be a little more reserved. So, but I was thinking yesterday how when I was in Nandi Town, like I felt no reservations. I felt completely comfortable, completely just like happy and safe. All right, so I'm going to send out a couple. I think that the live stream, it was last minute. I think that it might not have been properly. I would not be surprised if there weren't alerts. So I'm going to post this on Twitter, and then I'm going to post it on my posts as well. No, I'm not going to post on that. Let me see over here. Easy. Yeah, because I'm live. All right, and then let me go to. Let's see. All right, here. And let me post a post. And then hopefully we'll get some people in the crowd. But let me go ahead and view your channel. I know I'm doing this all off screen. Let me see. I'm live right now. And actually, I guess I could post it on my other channel. Because I could post a link on my travel channel. I'll do that. And then we'll get started on we'll get back to working on our game. Let me see. Post. I'm doing a live coding session on my other channel. Check it out. All right, we'll see if that gets anybody in here, but if not, if it's just me talking to myself, that's fine, because actually a good reason that I like to kind of do these streams is it helps me stay focused. I guess as I've gotten older, it's been more challenging to stay focused, and also with just the more distractions that the internet has to offer. You got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you got all these other things, news websites, and what's going on YouTube, and all these there's a lot of distractions out there. So doing this kind of helps me stay focused, even if there is nobody that's joining me. So what I have been working on, the last stream, we kind of moved things around into, we kind of established states for our enemy NPCs. And what I started working on was having the NPC see you. And that actually ended up being a lot more challenging than I thought. Because what... well, let me see how... let me try to get a sense of where we're at. You can see now that the game starts with me and the green guy outside. And then down here, what you should... Whoops. What we should see when the NPC walks by, what we should see is a little log message that tells us he sees us. Where is he? There he is. Okay, so we're standing pretty much directly in his path, if I remember. And then... Oh. Oh. Well, why didn't that work? Huh. Well, wait a minute. Oh, did I comment out the debug message? I did. Okay, this should reload the script. Now, okay, yeah, okay, so there's going to be errors. Let me just stop that. Distance to target does not, okay. Okay, I see. So what I've done is I've created there's this rectangle that kind of extends to the front of the NPC. And then the rectangle, basically what happens is as the NPC is moving, every second, I'm not doing it every frame because I kind of want to save some cycles on frames. I am learning performance of Unity as I go along. So that actually might be pre-optimization. I don't know. Pre-optimization is when you kind of start optimizing things before you know that there's a problem. And so I don't know if that's really pre-optimization or not because I don't know Unity, but it just feels better that like you're doing it once a second as opposed to 30 times a second. And I think once a second is also acceptable kind of from like a realism standpoint that like, how can I put this? It's going to look, well, actually, you know, I mean, we could reduce it to a half second, like twice a second. Because if you're in the field of view and the player can run through the field of view within a second, then they won't be seen. So I could change this to, where is it? Here, this right here. Let me see. Timer is greater than. No, I don't want view distance. I instead want view private read-only float scan interval. Okay, that's good. I like that name. Put that here, and then we can change this to 0.25. So that's 4 times a second. So that might be a little bit better. Okay, and then we have an issue. Okay, everything else should be okay. Let's look at this. Okay, we'll see what happens now. So the green, okay, here he is. Here's the enemy, the pink guy. We have the green guy, we have the pink guy, and, well, shoot, no, okay. The most we should see are, yes, see? So there were definitely, oh, he's still, even after he passes this, it looks like he saw us. Well, actually, no, maybe. Distance. So you can see here, okay, it was doing it every fourth of a second. That's a that's a lot. I think we're gonna change this to 5. So we're gonna change that to twice a second. Now I don't know if I'm gonna have to restart everything in order to have that change take effect. Yeah, it looks like I will, okay. But what you can see down here, I'm not gonna close that. So the AI, let me see, where's the scan? I recently, okay, can see. So we get the normalized direction to target. So if he's within a certain, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's the direction. So we're checking the angle first. And this makes sense, right? We check the angle that the thing, because what that, like, if you're 180 degrees outside in the field of view of the NPC, like I can't see my hands, and they're about 180 degrees in my field of view. I can't see them. I can see them about, let's see, if I'm looking straight forward, I can see them about right here. Now they're gone. Now they're there. So I can see the movement a lot better. But anyway, so somewhere around here. Anyway, so I'm trying to emulate that, right? Because if my hands are back here at about 180 degrees, I can't see them. Even if I move them, I can't see them. So not until they're about right here do I actually see them. So that's what we're kind of emulating here. Let's look at this. So this is direction to target, which we can, well, this calls it angle to target. Oh, wait. Direction. Distance, angle. Eye position, direction to target. View angle, but view angle is going to be we changed everything now, so we're just going to use the enemy NPC view angle. Yeah, this. All right, so we have this up here. I don't know why it's the thing that makes me concerned about this is, like, I don't quite follow what's happening, and I think that is a dangerous position to get into with AI code. Although I know it's all the rage with vibe coders now. Like, you know, vibe coders don't give a shit. They don't understand what the code's doing. They're just asking. They're perfecting their prompts to AI, right? However, I'd assume that creates many. I don't even assume. I know that that's going to create challenges when debugging code, and there's really a high reliance on the AI writing correct code. And also, it's not even about the AI writing correct code. Part of it is, but there's also a part of it where it's like, well, the AI writes correct code, but if it doesn't function right, is it because the AI didn't write correct code, or is it because the prompt that was given to it by the vibe coder was incorrect? So now it's just, you have shifted the debugging process. You've shifted it from debugging actual code to shifting it to what you've asked the AI to generate for you. Anyway, okay, so this is enemy view. I don't know why it's divided by 2. Angle forward. I see. Oh, I see why it's divided by 2. Okay, because if it's forward, and then we want to test this, right? So if it's all the way over here, that's 180 degrees from the field of view. However, from the forward marker, it's 90 degrees. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so if the angle is greater than the view angle divided by 2, Okay, then we move on. Now let's see if that works. Angle forward position minus. I'm not sure why this did it this way. Oh, but it's kind of the same thing, but it's not normalized here. Target position minus eye position. Okay, so the eye's up. That should mostly just be like a difference of, okay, but it's, why is it? Dot normalized. I'm not sure what dot normalized, like normalization, it's gonna make it, is it making a value between 0 and 1? Explain the dot normalized of this code. Yeah, I'm wondering if nobody's in the chat because I kind of, well, first of all, because I'm not very popular. And second of all, because I screwed up. I didn't create this, oh, no, okay, well, now I got a notification over here. Okay, just, nobody's busy. It is Friday night. It is a Friday night. All right, so let's see. Okay, that's a short novel. In the provided code, the normalized property of vector 3 in Unity returns a unit vector. So that means a vector that has length of 1 that points in the same direction as the original vector but has a magnitude length of exactly 1. Why normalize vector? Direction without magnitude. Normalizing a vector is useful when you only care about the direction and not the distance or magnitude. For example, if you want to move an object toward a target, you only need the direction, not the actual distance. Okay, that makes sense. So if we're only getting, okay, so if we're only getting, well, where's the chat? Actually, I'll bring the chat up. All right. So we get the angle. So we get the normalized direction. No. We get the normalized target position minus eye position. Oh, we're getting the position, the direction that he's facing, I guess? A normalized version of the direction he's facing. But isn't that this? Transform forward. Position, PC. It's the same thing down here. I just want to understand this. Oh, it's the target position, the eye position, normalized to 1, and then the angle from the transforms forward to, oh, okay, I see now. I got it. But eye position, I want to understand this. Where did eye position go? Eye position. Oh. Eye offset. Position equals target transform plus this. Okay. So eye position, I only need to calculate it once. I only need, once per scan. So we can do it up here. Var eye position, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we have the target position, the eye position. We've normalized it to 1. We're going to calculate the angle between the forward position and the direction. And if that angle is greater than the enemy view angle divided by 2, we continue. Excellent. Okay, so now let's stop there. Let's rename this angle to target. And we're going to stop there. And we're going to just see, now we should only see the log message if we are within that angle point of view, within the radius of the square. Okay, so if we're out, okay, all right, okay. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, but just bear with me. Let's look at this. Oh, the compiler has an error. Collider does not contain a definition for position. There is no accessible extension method. Oh. Target transform position. Boy's getting hungry. I think it's going to be a McDonald's breakfast from McDonald's lunch for my last lunch here in Fiji. I doubt. So happy for you. Buying your first house is an amazing accomplishment. So happy for you. All right, boys. Okay, what do we have? The name transform does not exist in the current context. Oh, okay. Target. No. This dot npc dot transform dot forward, right? Yes. Okay, so that should be fine. Now, let's run this. Let's clear the logs. Let's go back over here. Now, we'll do 2 cycles, right? Actually, we could do a few. Let's make sure this works. Because we're gonna both me and the green guy are gonna be standing right in front of him. Let's see. Okay, and he sees both of us, and now we're gone. He doesn't see us anymore. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the side. I really should just have him stand still. Let me do that. Let me disable him moving right now. Well, this would actually be a good opportunity to add an NPC idle. Right? An NPC idle state, enemy NPC idle state. So let's see. So we have enemy patrol state over here. And I'm just, okay, so using Unity engine, public class enemy idle state. And this will be an NPC state. I should rename NPC state to NPC base state, because we have NPC base NPC. The naming is hard. All right. Let's see. So we have to override. Well, let's save this. This will be enemy NPCs. Enemy navigate.cs. Okay. And literally, he'll just kind of stand there. Oh, I have a great idea. He will stand there, but then if he sees you, he'll start turning towards you. And if he doesn't, as soon as you walk out of his field of view, he'll go back to looking at the direction he was looking at before he saw you. That is an excellent idea. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we can do this. We can do this. Just calm down. We can do it. Public override void enter. Let's just get these public. Okay, that's fine. It's just giving me filler. Okay. Now, what are we gonna need? I don't know that we're gonna need it. We're gonna need a target, but we have a target. The NPC has a target, right? So let's store away the original direction he's facing, which we can get that from Sun NPC. I just want to look and see what it's actually changing. Oh wait, no, idle. NPC idle state. So this is changing his. Is it changing the position? Rotation. Let's just ask AI. Get the current direction the NPC is NPX. The NPC is facing. Let's see what this does. Okay. All right. So that makes sense. Forward vector 3. Private. It's not going to be read only because it will be able to change. Private. Well, never mind. Private vector 3. Last known direction. Spelled known with 2 K's there. That's not good. Gotta be careful with. No, never mind. Let's stop talking. All right. Now, here is where, if he sees you, he's going to face you. Now, we can eventually change this so that if he's standing still, if he sees you, he walks towards you, something like that. But right now, we just kind of want to throw something together for debug purposes, because then what I can do is I can just put him right in front of you. All right. We should have like a scan class, like a, and it's not, okay, we'll do this, we'll check in the code, and then we can change it. Let's get this working. Let's get the duplicate code working first, and then we can always undo that. Just as long as we do undo that. I said do. All right, let's see. Literally made the same thing. Okay, scan it. I'm gonna stand still. Wait, what did AI? That's not the greatest. Okay. Do scan. So what I was thinking is like this is going to eventually be like in its own function, or it'll be actually I think in its own class. It'll be like an object, or I'm sorry, a class, and then you like that. But for now, we're just going to we're gonna get dirty, and we're going to duplicate the code. What else is in here? What else is in here? Yeah, like enemy here. Yeah, like enemy NPC. That's so. Yeah, like enemy NPC. That's so. I could do that. So now we're then let's make this should be pretty similar to what we already have. How do we NPC idle state? Turn to the, this is the direction. This is what he wants. Now, what we're gonna do in this, or the first NPC that he sees, turn towards. What we're gonna do in this, or the first NPC that he sees, turn towards. Or the first NPC that he sees, turn towards. Print our log statement, and then right here, we'll, target. No, just return, we'll do scan. Oh, it's gonna give me a problem. Well, what is target? What? Maybe I'll just return the whole collider. Maybe I'll just return the whole collider. Okay, collider. Collider. No. We want to do this. Target oh, wait a minute. All right, we'll keep it all in here for now. That's kind of dumb. I feel like the problem with this is like I'm learning Unity as I go along, and I feel like I'm making so many bad decisions on design, but part of it is just my ignorance. All right, so target, and then we can just come down here. Well, actually, we don't really need it up here. I don't know why I thought we did. We'll just do this. Can I do this in, let's see, var? Can I do var here? Is that valid? So then do scan, okay. Now I can just do this in here. All right, so you can see the AI is like telling me to chase it, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to chase it just yet. Eventually, maybe one day. But what we are going to do is we want to do this essentially, right? We want to have we want our AI guy, we want our AI NPC guy to turn towards the direction of the thing it detected. Did my music stop? All right, no, it didn't stop. Okay. Can you guys even hear the music? I know some of you really don't like the music. But it helps me because if it's too quiet, then it's too quiet. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. All right. Oh, is this a bug? Oh no, target. Okay, so I could actually just set the target, right? Well, is target? Is it in NPC? We want NPC base, or base NPC. If target is nullable, then we can just use that. But target is a transform, and it is not nullable. That's interesting that I made that position. So I could do this, right? I could do, if target not equals null, then I could just do this dot NPC, yes, right there. And then the rest of this should just flow. It should just work. Direction not Y, keep it. Okay, let's see if we've got any compilation errors inside of Unity. Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to return a collider, do I? Oh, I guess I can. Target that transform collider. Okay, so I don't know. I guess I need to. Where's NPC patrol state? I guess, do I need to put this in Unity engine.ai? Oh, that's really weird. Look, I have using Unity Engine, but I spelled using with 2 S's. It's a typo. So it doesn't actually tell me that's the problem. It just tells me it can't find a collider type. What a dumb error. An object of type convertible to collider is required. Oh, I'm going to do return null. The name target mask does not exist in current context. Okay, so the target mask is this right here. It's controlling the type of things that the NPC is looking for. All right, so we have that. We can actually make this read only. Okay, let's see if we got any compilation errors now. Okay, no compilation errors. We do have that warning, that stupid warning. Okay, now we should be even warning free. Oh, maybe I added 2. Did I add 2? Dereference is of a possibly null reference. Dereference of a possibly null reference. Here is NPC transform possibly null. Enter. I suppose I could do. I'm going to ignore that for now. Okay. So wait. Okay. So if he turns towards it. Oh, wait a minute. 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 We're gonna have to tell the NPC to turn back. Well, that is loud music. I do like this song though. All right. So we're gonna have to tell the NPC to turn back, right? So. Oh, this is actually a little trickier than I thought, because in one sense I'm turning a collider. What do I need from the collider? Oh, I just set it to equal to the transform. I mean, we could kind of hack it, right? So this is a vector 3. We could kind of hack this. We can kind of hack it. Is there a variant in C#? Surely there is some type of variant. Let me see. Rock. Is there a built-in variant type in C#? C# does not have a built-in variant type. The object that can hold any value. Okay, here's what we can do. So I guess you can return an object. So we have do scan return an object, a possibly null object. Okay. Null return target. This is so hacky. No, wait a minute. I mean, we could just do it here. Right? We could just have. Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Position. Maybe we can turn this into a function, right? Let me see, vector 3. Where we just pass in target. That would be the target. No. We calculate that, and then we would basically do like turn towards, right? Turn towards, right? Now, we have to write this turn towards function, but it should basically be this. private, turn towards. Okay. And then, let me see, does that look like what I wrote or what I copied? It does. It's identical, which is amazing. Okay, thank you, AI. All right, so we have our turn towards function. So essentially what this is going to do is if we have a new NPC, or we look at a target, now we have to get the direction to the target, and now we have to look at it. Because do scan told us that, hey, here's something to look at, right? Here's something to look at. And then what we do is we take it and we're like, okay, at what angle is that thing to look at? What angle is that at? Oh, it's in that direction. Okay, now let's pivot towards it. Turn towards blah. But what we want to do is, this is probably not the greatest. AI was there. But this is turn towards last known direction if we don't have a target. And do you know why I say that's bad? Because we're going to turn towards that target even if we are in that. I guess we could just simply do this, right? Else if, let's see if, if there's forward, turn towards. Okay, I guess we can do that, right? I mean, I assume that comparing this vector 3 is going to be pretty cheap, but it's definitely going to be cheaper than doing all of this, right? Because now here you have to, you're allocating a quaternion, I forget how to pronounce it. Quaternion, you're allocating it, then you're doing some, okay. But basically, what I'm getting at is what are we going to be doing the most? I mean, ideally, if there's nothing happening, the NPC is going to just be staring in the same direction the entire time. So they're not actually going to be, you don't actually have to go through the calculation to rotate them. All right, so direction, turn towards. All right, let's see what compilation errors we get. I am getting hungry, boys. I'm gonna go get some McDonald's for lunch. Oh yeah. All right, we got a lot of possibly referencing null or dereferencing null things, but I'm not super concerned about that. What I do want to do is now what we have to do is we have to look at the enemy NPC, enemy idle state. So we want, I'm probably going to get an error because we're not going to use patrol state, but that's fine. This state machine equals enemy idle state. And now let's bring him a little closer to us. Okay. Oh boy, what is this? This is something with the model. Okay. Was something moving? Wait, where? Was he moving? Wait, did he move out of frame? I was looking at the bottom of the screen. Oh, is he? Did I put him behind the apartment? I put him behind the apartment. That's why I don't see him. No, he's there. But he's... Why is he going there? He actually is where I want him. Why is he running away? Right? He has this. We're not setting the destination anywhere. That would be under, let me see. Enemy patrol state. Oh, So the reason that he's moving anyway is because we are still allocating enemy patrol state. Actually, this is interesting because the reason that it's happening is set destination stuff on in the constructor, and we actually we're doing it in the constructor of the enemy patrol state, where we should actually be doing it on the enter. Okay, so I can set enemy here, I can set agent, but this right here, that should be in the enter. Right, okay. So now, because you saw that, right? Like he was like, even though we put him in the idle state, he's like still moving. Like why? Because we were doing some logic. We had some logic in the constructor of the enemy patrol state, and since enemy patrol state was a member variable, it was still getting allocated, and so now you can see he's standing still. All right. So now what we're hoping is if we walk close to him, I'm going to leave the green guy here. If we walk close to him, let's see. So you can see he's facing like. He's staring at the wall. He's staring out into the abyss, contemplating his life. Now, at some point, okay, I can get this close to him. Okay, that is excellent. So, actually, a couple things I want to change, though. I don't think he moved, but I don't. It's doing it right now. It's doing it every quarter or 4 times a second. I want to do the scanning just once a second, at least for our debugging purposes. So let's see there. I do like this song. I like this song a lot. At McDonald's, at the McDonald's here, they have a double Big Mac, which is literally, it is, I might get it just to pig out because I'm a piggy, but it is literally, so you know how a Big Mac is like, basically like 2 hamburgers in one, right? Well, it's a double Big Mac is double the meat on both sides. It's literally 4 pieces of meat. I might actually get one just because I'm a fatty. All right, so let's walk. Okay, so we should, when he sees us, we should see a log message. Misui says, "What are you doing, bro?" I am working on a game, bro. All right, let me see. Okay, so he sees me. He still sees me. Okay, now he doesn't see me anymore, right? Okay, but when he saw me, did he turn? He's not turning towards me. That's interesting. I want him to turn towards me, and I don't know why he's not. Nothing jumps out. Let's make sure that this is actually getting called. So we're gonna set a breakpoint. If you're using Unity and you're not doing like step through debugging, you need to learn. You need to learn how to do it. It's actually I was actually really surprised at how well step through debugging just worked with Unity. So I was really surprised about that. All right, let's go ahead and start this. Love this song. Okay. Let's clear our log messages. And now we're going to okay. So he's definitely, I mean, he's definitely going through the motions. And then we're getting inside of here. So what is the issue? I swear, here in Fiji, I've been listening to this song. The song is like, I know that this show takes place in Thailand, but this song, I don't know, man. I was like, I think I talked about this already, but I was walking around. I already did talk about it. I'll talk about it again. But walking around in downtown Addy yesterday and last night, it made me feel like, I don't know. It just made me realize that when I come to these when I go to these South Pacific locations, twice now I've come to the South Pacific. First to Tahiti, now in Fiji. And I need to and I did it for 2 weeks both times. And it's like, no, I need to do it. I need to do 3. I need to do 3 because I need the first week to kind of get comfortable. I need the second week to explore all the things I explored in my first week, and then I need a third one to actually appreciate it. So I need 3 weeks. All right. And when we walk out of his view, we should hit the other brake. Oh, he did turn towards me, didn't he? It looked like he did. Hey, bro. You looking at me, bro? Oh, he is moving. He's just moving really slow. Why is he moving so slow? Oh, you know why he's moving so slow? Oh, he's moving so slow because we're only doing the update once a second. Ah! All right. How do we fix that? I think what we have to do is we just set, so we basically want to call turn towards every frame. We just want to change what he's turning towards. So turn towards. So actually we're going to change original direction, or last direction to original direction. Okay, and then we'll replace all of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have another one we're going to call current direction, our current target direction. Now, current target direction is what we're going to turn towards. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change current target direction as needed. Yes. Why is it? That's weird. And then turn towards gets called every frame. Okay, perfect. All right, let's try that. Compiler error. Expected a semicolon. All right, fair. All right. So now we're going to be updating the direction. I still don't like it because now he's constantly having his direction updated even if he doesn't need to, but nah. Well, we can fix that too, right? Like, actually, since this didn't run like I thought it would, we could just simply do, if that's interesting. If current direction, no. But that's not exact. I like where AI is going with that, but I don't think we're set up for that right now. But what we wanted, if current direction not equal to this, so we got to remember this is normalized. So we have to normalize it. Gosh darn it. I don't know. I feel like AI is doing too much work, but then again, AI might know something I don't. So let's see. All right, let's see if we got any compilation errors. Oh my God, we got a whole ton. Okay, so when you normally see stuff like this, you probably are like missing a parenthesis somewhere up in the source code, high up. So now we have to figure out, like, it's not telling me the actual error. It's a syntax error, is my guess. It's a syntax error. Oh, of course it's a syntax error. It's what compilation errors are. Okay. Well, wait a minute. We commented this out. Oh, I have this stray closed paren there. Okay, or closed bracket there. All right, got it. Now we should be all right. Is it gonna run? Oh, okay, we're just doing compilation errors. We're getting lots of dereference, possible dereference warnings, but I'm not too concerned with those right now. Okay, this is the effect box. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. See, look, he looks at me much quicker, and now he kind of follows me. But he's only following, the reason that there's like a delay when he looks at me is because he's only scanning once a second. So I'm curious, I'm still not comfortable doing that scan every frame. Let's try doing it 10 times a second to see if that kind of gives it, I mean, because 10 times a second for a computer, I mean, well, it's, if we're doing 60 frames a second or 30 frames a second, then as opposed to 10 times a second, that's a big difference. But I don't know that it's going to be that big of a difference to humans' perception. Like once a second and 10 times a second is a big difference, but is 10 versus 60 going to be that big of a difference to a human? I don't think so. Probably not. That's what I'm gambling on, but let's see. All right, so he's going to walk towards us, or I'm going to walk towards him. And let's see. I'm not in his field of view. I'm not in his field of view right now. All right. Oh, yeah, he's like, wait. Oh, he looks like he's looking like slightly. Oh, you know what? He's looking at the other NPC over there. Oh, okay. He's still looking at him. So maybe what we need to do, just kind of, again, but I don't want to spend a super amount of time on this, but instead of, okay. We still have work to do on this. I know what to do. So I'm not, what I want to do is I need to say, okay, scan through all the items and start and focus on the one that is closest to you. But we can just simply walk into his field of view and see he sees me already. Okay. And now he's looking at me, he's looking at me, he's looking at me, and if I walk out of his field of view, oh, okay. So I need to walk far enough away so he doesn't see me. See, he stopped seeing me. All right, no, I think that looks good. All right, boys, we're gonna have a short stream tonight because I am hungry. Let's, what is this? Used, but why? I have no idea what that is. And in game Unity, what did we change? Oh, I guess we did change, like, we changed where the NPC guy was located. Entity profile. I'm not gonna check that in. Enemy idle state, we'll check that in. Enemy NPC, we added some stuff to the, what do we do? Gizmo selected. We changed it to an idle state as opposed, oh, but this was important. where we have the view distance that's in the enemy NPC, and then in the patrol state, we just reference the enemy NPC object that we cast, right? We cast it in the constructor, but then so I'll show you what I mean, because I don't think I did this on stream, but this is a good thing to talk about in terms of like optimization. Where is it? Enemy patrol state, right over here on the left. So you can see here, I store an enemy NPC object, and that is because the state by itself will have an NPC object, but it will have a base NPC object. And we really need that enemy NPC. Now, it's nice because they're, enemy NPC is derived from base NPC, and we could just cast it. And we do that, oh, we do it here. Yeah. So we could, we wouldn't have to store it away. We could just use our base NPC object and cast it to an NPC, but that costs time, and that takes cycles. That takes CPU cycles. Probably not. I was trying to get an idea from AI, like how many, what kind of extra CPU cycles. And it doesn't. According to AI, it was like 2 to 3 cycles at most. But when it's easier to just store a reference to the object type to avoid that allocation, why not do it? It's easy enough. And that's why we have this enemy NPC type here. All right, let me go ahead and finish my code check-in, then I'm gonna go get a double Big Mac at McDonald's. Enemy patrol, this changed quite a bit. We're still working on that, but I'm gonna, no, maybe. NPC spawner, what changed with that? Oh, I think that was another change we just decided not to check in. And then Siren Trigger, Tag Manager Asset. Oh, I had to add another tag. I'm sorry, no, I had to add another layer. Because when we do the scanning, we used, I thought this was pretty neat, and I'm actually wondering how it is that they're able to do, actually. So they're doing bit flag masking, but they're doing it on a dynamic map, essentially, which is pretty cool, because now you can define your own masks. Normally, I've always seen masks hard-coded into code, where you kind of you have your different types of things, and then they're all just different bits of an integer, and I've always seen that hard-coded. Usually in C++, you use an enum with and it goes 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, I'm gonna get this wrong, but 0, 4, 0, 16, 0, 32, and so on and so on. But this is cool because it's more dynamic. You can define it in your source code. So I thought that was pretty neat, and it actually made me wonder, does something like that exist in C++? And I don't know that it does, some type of bit mask map. So that would be, actually, that is a great freaking idea. Where all it does, you would have a static function that is basically get mask or something like that. No, it would be a mask object. That is actually a really good idea. Let me think about this. You would have class. So how would I want to use it? I would want to use it as an int mask equals get mask male, female, other. Something like that. And then you could do if mask equals masker get bit. I don't know. I would have to come up with better names, but something like that could work. That would actually, I bet something like that does exist already in C++. It probably exists in Boost, if I had to guess. In Unity, C#, there is a cool mask utility where you can do layer get mask, and it returns in, oh wait a minute, what does it return? Oh, you would have to define the mask as itself, and then you would want to get a mask of the mask essentially. Okay, never mind. I'm getting sidetracked. All right, I'm gonna go get lunch. Thank you for watching. Oh wait, let me finish checking everything in. I think we're good with this. I'm gonna do a little bit of work on this when I get back from my Big Mac, exploration. But yeah, okay. Middle of work. This middle of working on something. This is probably broken. All right, so let me push that up so it's saved. I always